Anyway, okay, 4 completed. This level looks kind of tough. I can't just take the magnet shroom because there's an umbrella leaf here. The umbrella leaf isn't that well guarded, though. So maybe I'll go after that first. Your options are limited when you're dealing with the magnet shroom because Coneheads and Pole Vaulters are like the toughest ones you can get. The toughest zombies you can use. Note also that you cannot use a Bungee Zombie to take an Umbrella Leaf. The Umbrella Leaf also protects itself. Okay, now I could use a Bungee Zombie. It's not quite gonna make it, is it? That Spiker's gonna do it in. Yeah, okay. Imp. Now I'll demonstrate that the Imp does not take damage from a Spikeweed when it's eating a brain. Okay, it takes 2 damage there, but now no more. How should I tackle this? Okay, I think it would be best just to use a Bungee Zombie here. Gotta use a digger to get through that, otherwise it'll be getting frozen and buttered and everything. Oh, except there's a 3-peater there. That's annoying. Okay, I think I'll use a Football Zombie to get through here. Football Zombie is generally what you use when you need to bust through a lot of stuff. Okay, looks like I released him early enough. Yes, I did save my digger. Ugh, these recording sessions are going by quickly. Okay. Can a Buckethead make it through here? I think it can. Be taking 1, 2, 3, 4 damage max. But only 2 damage for most of the time. Oh wait, only 3 damage max because he's out of range of this one. Now we'll be taking 2 damage for a while. Okay, that's the first dents. No digger here, split P would mess them up. I think a Buckethead should survive. Okay, now Bucket is damaged, but he's unfrozen and taking only 1 damage. Okay, he'll survive. This guy should survive, because this is the last threat. Yeah, and that'll be it. I lost some sun, but you can't gain sun on every level. Otherwise, it would truly be endless. I don't think there are difficulty spikes here, like there are in Vasebreaker Endless. I think it's more just how long can you last with us not giving you enough sun to sustain it indefinitely. Okay, 1 level away from another diamond. Occasionally you'll get what I like to think of as a bonus stage, where you just get a bunch of sunflowers, and there aren't too many other plants. Well, there are some that'll attack you, but if you handle them correctly, you can come away with a lot more sun than you had at the start of the stage. Okay, that magnet room was not guarded very well. I got lucky there. Now I can use a couple of... Okay, no digger here yet. Well, actually, no, that wouldn't be a bad idea. 3-Peter won't start getting him until he gets to the umbrella leaf. He'll definitely be able to get rid of the umbrella leaf, and then there will be only the sunflower left. And send an imp to collect that whenever... after I get rid of the 3-Peter. So, yes, digger there would be a good idea. Buckethead here is kind of borderline, so I'm going to send in a digger. I use diggers a lot here. And because... I mean, to use... So a digger plus a... plus an imp, which you'll need to collect the brain, is 175. Which sounds like it's a lot, and it is, but... the question isn't whether it's a lot of sun. The question is whether or not there's a way to do it with less sun. And if the answer is no, then, well, however much sun you're actually spending doesn't matter, because you can't get away with using less. I believe the economic term would be marginal cost. This row's going to be a problem. Football zombie may not be able to make it. I can't use digger because there are 2 split peas. Could use a bungee zombie and a buckethead. That might be enough. Again, 250 sun, that is a lot, but if it's the cheapest, if it's the most cheaply you can do it, then... well, it's what you should spend. And I think a football zombie should be sufficient here. Especially if he doesn't get buttered. Okay, his helmet's taken some damage. It's actually a good sign if you see that the zombie's taken some damage. If there's no visible damage on the zombie, that means you probably used something too expensive. Unless it's an imp. Or a conehead, you know, in which case often you really couldn't use anything cheaper. Okay, I said you get a diamond every 3 stages. What I meant was you get a diamond or a Zen garden plant every 3 stages. Now, Zen garden plants are not immediately profitable like diamonds are, but they can, they will make you money in the long run, so they're good too. I'm just going to get rid of the starfruit. I don't want to deal with it. I hope I can get rid of the starfruit. Okay, now I'm getting unlucky with the butter. I did expect he'd be able to eat that starfruit. And I'd be really surprised if the next one didn't. Okay. Now I have no issue with sending some imps here. One to get to the chomper and then one to get past it. Could try a dancing zombie, but I don't like the look of this spike. Especially not with the dancing zombie's propensity to hang out on a particular square for longer than most zombies do. Okay. Don't want to use a buckethead here because it's going to get squashed, so I think a conehead should be enough. Remember, if you have an instant death plant, you only need to use a zombie that will reach that instant death plant and trigger it. You don't need to use a zombie that'll get through the whole lane. Because no zombie will get through the whole lane in most cases. I haven't used any ladder zombies yet, either. They can be very handy. Should I risk... No, not with that 3-peater still there. Okay, I'm gonna be spending a lot of sun to get through this lane. There's no way around it. Start with this guy. Hope he at least gets rid of one of these. He doesn't. Okay, I'll take away the snow pea here. And then I think a buckethead should be enough. Especially since there are no repeaters. No. Have to resist the temptation to put any zombies in these lanes before that... Any more zombies in these lanes before the 3-peater is gone. Because if I put those zombies in there, they'll just be taking damage unnecessarily. You know, I'm finding that voicing my thought processes out loud is actually making me better at this. So far, at least. Okay. Don't need anything more than an imp there because the chomper will not recover quickly enough. And I am taking a gamble by using a cone head here rather than a bucket head. And my gamble did not pay off. Okay, I could use a... Okay, I was thinking about using a pole vaulter, but then I just have to use another pole vaulter if I wanted to. Another 75 sun zombie. I was thinking about using a pole vaulter to jump over the puff shroom, eat the sunflower, and then get blown up. But that wouldn't do me... That wouldn't be not good for me, because then I'd have to use another cone head or another pole vaulter to jump over that puff shroom again. Whereas here, I can just use an imp instead after the cone head. Excuse me. Okay, 1500 sun left after 6 levels. That's not bad. My record for iZombie Endless is, I believe, 13. Okay. Gonna get rid of this starfruit first. So that the next imp I send in here will not run into any trouble. Other than the spikeweed, which can survive. Okay, blow that up. Don't want to send in another imp because it might get shot down before... Well, besides the fact that it might get shot down before it gets chomped. I don't think that would happen, but there's also the fact that I don't have anything in particular to do once that happens. Okay, now I can get rid of that pesky 3-peater. This guy should be enough for this lane. I hope it's enough for that lane. The split pea is toward the front, which means I'll be moving at full speed pretty soon. Ooh. Whoever goes through this lane is going to be taking 4 damage at first, but not for long. Only 2 damage after that. There's also the Chomper. Okay, how am I going to do this? Don't want to send in a football zombie if it's just going to be chomped. Okay, well, I can take care of this row. This should be enough. I think a bucket head can get through here. Especially since the Torchwood's right at the front. Did I underestimate those puff shrooms? I think I did. Alright, I hope a pole vaulter can get by them. Might as well use one here too, although I hope the split P doesn't get rid of it. Did I screw up again? Eat it. Crap. Okay. Use a bit of unnecessary sun there. And I see that I'm running out of time here. I don't get why it's using free space so much more slowly now than it did, say, in some of my earlier recording session, like the last session of Twilight Princess when I recorded using this program instead of my normal capture card program. Of course, I still needed the capture card to get the thing on screen. Just recorded using a different program. They're really not giving me any of the sort of special levels here. Like where I would use a different strategy. This one looks kind of tricky, actually. Okay, I'll start by getting to that umbrella leaf, which I hope I can do with this guy. Ooh, that may not be enough, sadly. Okay, good. Now I can get rid of this. Also beware of chompers when you're using Bundy zombies. If the magnet shroom had been here, then I would not have used a chomper. Okay. See, when the Three Peter and the Starfruit are sort of protecting each other, which is not good. I think this should get to the Starfruit, this guy. But this is the kind of thing that can make you spend a whole lot of sun. Okay. Well, at least that's gone now. And now the squash is protecting the Three Peter. Okay, I think I can get to the potato mine using... Yeah, no reason why I can't. Okay, I'll use a pole vaulter to trigger the squash. I think it would probably be best just to use another pole vaulter to get through the lane. Okay. Few things cleared up. But again, I'm having to use a lot of sun to get through this level. Okay. I think a bucket head can make it here. But if he gets... except I don't like the placement of that kernel pult. I'm gonna use a digger instead. Okay, I think Buckethead can probably... No, I'm not going to risk it. I'll use a football zombie. Because it's taking 4 damage right now. And because the Conehead couldn't eat the Puff Shroom, I have to send another Conehead rather than an imp. Yeah, it's really cutting into my son now. Assuming this guy gets there in time, not to be eaten. Probably should have sent him sooner. I'll have 600 sun at the end of this level. Okay, I should get some more money here. Yes, I did. But that's been 40 minutes, and I guess this is still going. So I will see you guys next time. Thinker2112, over and out. Bye.